Greetings, it's Iain Martio here. Welcome to Ladies' Day. It means it's the end of the month again. And today we have got two female artists, one from Canada and one from the UK. We're going to start off with an album ranking of a Canadian singer-songwriter, A-lan-nah Myles, or her real name is Amanda Myles. We can understand why she changed her name. She was born on Christmas Day in 1958, so she's a Christmas Day baby, and she came to fame with one song, which she won a Grammy and a Juno Award for. She's had many #1 hits on the Billboard as well. Her dad was a Canadian broadcaster, and he was inducted into Canadian Association of Broadcasters fame in 1997. A-lan-nah started performing at the age of 18, and she has made 6 albums, and she's more into the rock and blues sounds, but she did go a little bit off kilter, but she sort of come back. I don't know what she's going to be doing now, but I don't mind her. I wouldn't say she's one of my favourite artists, but I like one or two of her songs, as you know. So we'll have a look at her 6 albums. And coming in at number 6 is her 6th and most current album. It came out in 2014, and it's called 85 BPM. Opens up with a track called Leave It Alone. It's okay. It's a little bit dancey, and that's what I don't like about it. Not really my thing. Give Me Love. Bit poppy for me. I just don't like her doing this poppy sound. Someone said, oh, you've got to do a pop album. Yeah. Then we have this album song, of course, comes up, Black Velvet. Now this is a re-recorded version of it. They've put a different drum beat in, and again, why spoil something that's good? Which what they did there. Prime of My Life. Yeah, I'm not what I'd say overly excited about it. This was just a bad decision, I think. Can't Stand the Rain. It's a very good version of this classic. I quite like that song, one of my favourite songs on the album. Anywhere But Home. No. Only Wings. No, please. Then there's another version of Come On Ça Va, sorry. I've heard there's another version which we'll talk about. Faces in the Crowd is actually the best track on here. This has got some lovely guitar work on it, and it sounds more like A-lan-nah Myles. What Is Love? It's a pleasant enough track. I wouldn't jump up and down for it. I Love You. Lovely voice on this. This one's nice. I like that one. Trouble. A nice blues track. It's not bad. Then we get another version of Black Velvet, the Terry Brown mix, and it's awful. Black Velvet, the Veronica Ferraro mix. Oh dear. Then I have acoustic version of Trouble. It's alright. That was the last track. There's some good tracks on here, but it's 3 or 4 versions of Black Velvet. Dance that she was trying to be someone thought she had to be relevant to the modern times, and I think it fell apart at the seams. I just think this was a bad move. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Coming in at number 5 from 2008, the 5th album, and that's called Black Velvet. Of course, we've got another version of Black Velvet, the same classic version of Black Velvet. Yeah. Then we have Come On Ça Va, which is the better version. It's a little bit better than the version on the previous album, but it's still not one of my favourite tracks. Prime of My Life, again, was another track that was on the they re-recorded it, but this is a little bit better. Only Wings is much better. Leave It Alone, Anywhere But Home, Facing the Crowd, Give Me More. These are all been danced up, but these are much better versions. By a tad. They're not brilliant, but they haven't got that dance belt and Trouble. Yeah, it's a little bit better, this one. The songs are still pretty poor for me. I'm not a lover of this album at all, but the songs do sound better without the horrible dancey sort of thing on it. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 4, we have the debut. It's called A-lan-nah Myles. This was released in 1989. I can tell you who's actually playing on this, because the others were so many people, or so many programmers and all sorts. There was A-lan-nah Myles on lead vocals, David Tyson on keyboards, Scott Humphrey on the keyboards, Bob Lucy on guitars, Kirk Sheffer on guitars, David Whipper acoustic and mandolin, Steve Webster's on the bass. Drums are done by Jorg Anderson and Gary Craig. So the first track on here is called Still Got This Thing. Good little track this is, very 80s rock, but I like the guitar work on it. It's pretty good. Love Is. Now, this is a bit, well, called that plastic rock. Very generic rock sound. Very smooth, very clean. But it's a great vocal from Alannah. I do like that. Then we get Black Velvet. The original song is a bluesy, great bass line. I do like this. Big hit all over the world. But I must admit, I really like that, and I still like it today. Rock This Joint. Not bad for an 80s rock track. It's got a nice riff to it. It's a nice beat. That's an excellent vocal from Alannah. Lover of Mine. There we go. MTV. Wishy Washy. Oh, I hated that ballady 80s nonsense. Then we have Kick Start My Heart. Nothing to do with Motley Crue, but this is probably the best rocker on the track, although it's got that 80s big sound to it. It still grooves and rocks. Not a bad track, actually. I Want You, very AOR rock, but it's pleasant. I don't mind that. Just One Kiss. Dump the cheesy 80s keyboard sound and the smooth drums. Yuck. Doesn't sound right. It sounds like someone's put about 30 tea towels in the bass drum and covered it with cling film on the snare. Just hasn't got a very nice tone to it. Who Loves You, more slushy 80s nonsense. Hurry Make Love. Loves this. It's got a nice acoustic guitar. It's more like it than that nonsense. This is raw rock at its best. This album, unfortunately, hasn't aged well, apart from Black Velvet. It's so 80s, it's so MTV, it's a shame, really. I know Robert Plant thought highly of it, but it just hasn't travelled well, this one. It's still a good listen, I suppose. It's a bit nostalgic, so I should give this an RTO ranking of 6.5 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have an album from 1997, and it's called Arival. It's got Alannah, and we've got some accordion on here by Mark Bewley. Cello is Kevin Fox. Drums and percussion, Iain Anderson again. Marco Borowski on guitars and mandolins. We've got Scooter Cottonfield on a harmonica. Doug Riley plays the keyboards. Hugh Marsh does the violin. So the first track is called Motherload. Really nice track. It's different instruments. Really good vocal from Alannah. I do like this track. Bad For You comes next. Very acoustic, this one. Very basic, a little bit of guitar. I like, keep it simple and you've got a good song, and that one is. Dance of Love, one of my favourites on this one. I just love the simplicity of it, the guitar, and she's got a real deep voice on this. Really good track. The Great Divide. Now this starts off with some nice acoustic guitar, and then it goes into this raunchy rock thing. It's really good. I love the guitar riff on that when it really gets going. Chained, Final Rescue, not a bad song. Not my favourite, but it's okay. Why Have Angels Denied You? My favourite track on here. It's a bit of a country feel to it. It's got a nice vocal, as always, from Alannah, and it's got some nice piano work on this as well. Up next, What Am I Gonna Do With You? Lovely combination here of piano and guitar and a stunning vocal. Next is Everything Missing. This one's really good. It actually sounds like an Alanis Morissette, a fellow Canadian, but it's a very good track. And that's the one I should put in the playlist because I don't want to put the same as I put in when I did our top 10 songs, but I do like that track. Kisses Are Weapons. A good vocal from Alannah on this, some smashing guitar work as well. Then we have a track called Honestly. Gentle track, a good vocal as ever. Yellow Rose, it's a very nice country sort of song, and I quite like that. It's quite quirky. And that was the last track. This album is very back to basics, very simple arrangements, and for me it is a very good album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, then coming in at number 2, we have the third album released in 1995, and it's called A-lan-nah. Lots of people play on this, so I won't go through the list. So the first track is called Mistress of Uzuli. Good track this is. Nice steady rock track, nice vocals like that. Blow Wind Blow, nice arrangements on here. An excellent track and some excellent singing from Alannah. Family Secret is next, one of my favourites on here. I love the keyboards on this, and it's a pretty quirky track. Mother Nature, one of my favourite tracks by Alannah Myles. It got into my top 10. It's absolutely killer. The acoustics are good, fantastic vocal. Irish Rain, another of my favourite tracks by Alannah Morissette. Just a wonderful composition and an excellent vocal. Dark Side of Me, great vocal. The drumming on this really adds to it. It's a super track. Simple Man's Dream, super song. Fantastic vocal from Alannah. Lightning in a Bottle. Now this is the one I'm putting in the playlist. It's a fantastic song. Nice riffs in it, some great drumming, and one of the best vocals from Alannah on this. Keeper of My Heart. This is a little country sort of song. I love the mandolin in this. It really lifts this song. Fantastic. Then we have Do You Really Want to Know Me? Lovely, gentle track again. Got that country feel. Excellent. Great voice. Everybody's Breaking Up. This is more of a jazzy blues track, and I love this. And it just shows how she can adapt her voice. I love this sort of jazzy sound on this fantastic track. And the last track is called Sally Go Round the Roses. It's a brilliant track. It's very Celtic. It's got ukulele pipe sound on it. I love this. A great album. Good tracks all the way through. Different moods and genres. You've got country. You've got rock. You've even got a bit of Celtic music on here. Very good album. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7.5. But the number one album, and it's a pretty good album, and it's one that I have got, well, brought it very cheaply on CD, and now sits on my iPod, but it's Rockinghorse, which was a second album released in 1992. First track on here is called World of Our Times. It's a little bit different. It's got a really different beat. It's got some really great sounds on it, and it's a long track, but it really holds together, and it's a great vocal from Alannah. Make Me Happy comes next. Good. I love the bass line on it. It's one of them that drives songs along. Some nice guitar work on that one as well. Sonny Say You Will, gentle track here. It's got a nice gentle touches on the guitar. Tumbleweed, a good rocker. Absolutely top drawer riffs. Living on a Memory. I'm putting this in my playlist today. It's an extra track, my second favourite track on here, because my favourite was featured in the top 10, but it's an absolutely killer. This nearly got in that top 10. Song of Instead of a Kiss. Strings on this are wonderful. The acoustic guitar works. Wonderful little track. Loving a Big Town. Love that opening riff, and it's got a fantastic guitar solo with, of course, Alannah's great vocal. The Last Time I Saw William, it's okay. It's not, I like it, but it's not my favourite track on the album, if you get what I mean. Lies and Rumours, got a killer riff on this. Absolutely brilliant. Another track that could have got into my playlist, but it's just absolutely brilliant. And then Rockinghorse. I love this. My favourite track behind Black Velvet. It's the simplicity of it, and it's not going in the playlist. If you want to hear this, go and listen to the top 10 singles playlist. So I do like that track, and it's a great track to end the album. This is a great track on here. It's got some good hard rockers on it, probably why I like it. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.6. Okay, that's all for this one. Bit different to Alannah Myles. She's got a great voice. Before we go, don't forget we've got the Battle Royale final going on as we speak. You can go and vote for it. It's in the community tab where you go and vote, or if you go to the What's On next week, it's in the description there. Coming up next, top 10 singles by a fabulous English singer, Elkie Brooks, jazzy blues singer. I do love her stuff, so that's what's coming up. So join me for that. Bye for now.